Mr. Speaker, we learned today that less than one quarter, 22% of women on assistance, only 18% of women in low-income areas, and only 21% of teen moms have been included in Healthy Babies community programming. Mr. Speaker, a decade ago, it was already known that the NDP had designed the program in a way that failed to reach the parents who were most in need. I asked the Premier, how has he managed to miss more than three-quarters of the parents on social assistance when the government knew the names and addresses of every single one of these people?
Mr. Speaker, first of all folks on social assistance, and especially single parents, now are eligible for the National Child Benefit, which the member's office worth about $500 a month, over $50 million a year, and the member's opposite refused to make it available. The members of the Progressive Conservative Party refused to make it available to anybody on social assistance. It is now universally available. People are also eligible for a prenatal benefit. They're also eligible for a home visit and access to a nurse. And of course, we would be interested in expanding these kinds of supports for early childhood development. We'd be interested in expanding these supports for early childhood development, which is why I wish the member from River Heights, the leader of the Liberal Party, would vote for one of our budgets when we put more money on the table for children and families.
Mr. Speaker, people may be eligible, but if they're not getting the programs, they're not working. I support the Healthy Baby programming. It's a concept which is fantastic. But the fund... program...
Take a bow, Bonnie. Take a bow.
Just the fundamental issue, Mr. Speaker, is that this province has been running a program for 12 years to help mothers. More than three-quarters of the parents who need this program are not getting the support. My question to the Premier, can he tell us how many other programs he's running that are also ineffective in reaching those in need?
The prenatal benefit is available to 4,500 young expectant mothers in the province of Manitoba. It's a very unique program, and it's one that is offered across Manitoba, regardless of where people live in the province, regardless of which communities they live in. And the member opposite asks us which other programs. He was a member of the federal government when the Canada Assistance Program was wiped out. That wiped out daycare at 50-50 from the federal government. That wiped out social assistance and back-to-work programs that were funded 50-50 by the federal government. That wiped out 50-50 funding for legal aid in Canada, Mr. Speaker, and that wiped out the requirement of every provincial government participating in the program to provide the necessities of life. We're restoring those benefits. We're putting more help into young families from the date when they start to have children, and we will continue to do that. And I've even talked about the expansion of daycare, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, the proof is in the outcomes. In the pudding. Evelyn Forget, a noted Manitoba economist, recently commented on the startling and disturbing fact that while the health and well-being of the most prosperous 80% of Manitobans is improving, the health and well-being of the least prosperous 20% of Manitobans is decreasing and getting worse under this government.
Exactly.
And this is because, Mr. Speaker, the government is not delivering programs effectively. I ask the Premier, how will he ensure that his government's departments actually work together to ensure that Manitobans who need it actually get the help and services they should have been getting for the last 12 years?
Again, Mr. Speaker, one of the things that I'm sure the member's aware of, he raises the question, how will we ensure departments work together? We're the only province in Canada which has legislated a Healthy Child Committee of Cabinet where all members get together on a regular basis, break down the silos across government, deliver housing, and we're building a record amount of social housing in Manitoba. We've got one of the better minimum wages in the country right now. I note the member opposite consistently opposes that. We're expanding job opportunities throughout the province of Manitoba because the best ticket out of poverty is an education and a job. We're expanding apprenticeship opportunities. We're increasing the percentage of young people that graduate from high school from 73 to 83%. And we have University College of the North, and we're going to build hydro and create thousands of more jobs in Manitoba. I only wish the leader of the Liberal Party would stop supporting the Progressive Conservatives in their agenda of cutbacks and privatization and join us and build a better province of Manitoba.